was made, about upstairs on what they felt would be better for us as a team to go to where we wanted to go, which is, the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
That was, of course, our man Chad addressing the Bengals' decision to hand Carson Palmer the position as starting quarterback, a move Marvin Lewis made in advance of the team's first workouts of the offseason.
From the time the Bengals made Palmer the first pick in the 2003 draft, we all knew his appointment would come sooner or later. But that said, it was a little awkward. The Bengals were more successful last season than they'd been in over a decade, and there's little doubt that quarterback John Kitna was the leader of the team. Carson Palmer didn't take a snap all last season, but now comes the change. Now comes Carson's gift.
All he did last season was practice and watch from the sidelines, but nevertheless, the job is his.
Carson's been preparing all along since we've drafted him to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League, and I think for this point on, he has the opportunity now to fulfill that.
I'm excited. It's been a long off season. It was a long season for me on the sidelines, but I'm definitely excited and ready for the opportunity.
Fine, but the questions are plentiful. Why replace a veteran who is an MVP candidate with an unproven player, albeit a player with a glowing resume? What does Palmer promise that Kitna didn't produce?
There were reasons that Carson was the #1 pick in the draft overall, because of his talent, because of the success that he had when he was in college, and because of the projected success that you see down the road in the NFL. Those are the reasons why. Those are the things he brings to the table, to be honest with you. He's talented with his arm strength. He's got great size. He's got good foot quickness. He understands the game.
For his part, Palmer readily admits he will need every moment leading up to the season opener to prepare. Full command of the offense is not yet his.
I'm a ways. I got a lot of work to do, but I don't know, how far it is.
Meanwhile, his teammates wonder about the differences which lie ahead.
I'm not sure how different it would be, but I can remember when I was in Atlanta when Mike Vick started his first year, which was his second year in the league. Coach Reeves had to adjust a few things, adjust the verbiage, make things a little bit easier for him, simplify it, then put a lot of pressure on the older guys to take up most of the slack. So I look at it from that sense. A lot of the older guys are going to have to step up and help Carson out in any way possible, because really he's been thrown into the fire being a young guy, especially being a young quarterback.
While his teammates may trust in Palmer's potential, they don't relish the idea of starting over again.
Around here it's been so many years you're trying to rebuild. We have to improve on 8-8. We have to try to get to 10-6 this year, get in the playoffs and see what can happen.
So the situation begs the question again, is Carson Palmer the player who can take the Bengals to the next level?
It's a step in a different direction, and I think Coach Lewis has said it best, that we're not going to allow any one position hold us back from winning.
In other words, if Carson stumbles, they will make a change. That said, the prevailing thought among the coaches is that Palmer will take this position and run with it.
Let's hope so.